Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Mark Dragon. YouTube channel here is King Dragon. I just wanted to go over the screenshots that just released for Resident Evil 4. I believe it's from the Game Informer demo that they got to do. A couple things I noticed, and sorry, I might not be capturing the audio, which I kind of hope I'm not. If you notice on the back now, TMP. Before in Resident Evil 2, the SMG that Claire used fits in the leg holster, so I do enjoy that they're moving this to the back. And also, before you had to have your sub-weapon selected versus the knife or flash grenades, but I don't believe they're doing that here. As you can see the flash grenade, but he always has the knife on his chest. You can see this a couple different times. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit loop. So I just thought that was really neat. I'm going to mute this for the game audio, or for the video audio. Sorry. Right now you can tell, I'm sure this is going to be Mendez's house, or Big Cheese. This one, I'm not too sure here. Looks like they're in the castle, and then she's looking down at him. They have a quick convo. I'm going to skip a couple of these. It looks like they're kind of from the same spot. Then you have inside the church. Looks like we're going to be fighting Ganadas inside the church, not just running away and then going outside. Looks like another village scene. And then one thing I saw here, you have the knife in the chest, flashbang in his hand, flashbangs on the belt as well. And then if you notice the sniper, one thing I'm going to kind of get to in a second is, looks like we're going to be changing our scopes out, but I believe we're going to be able to remove the scope entirely. The reason why I say that is after a couple of these, when we can see the inventory screen for them, which new enemy, if you're not aware of, which looks cool. Now we have the full details. I wonder if they're going to be keeping this, because you have the sub-weapons on the right with the frag grenades and flashbangs. A lot of ammo. I hope we don't get that much ammo. I want more of a, scavenging. Ammo's a little bit harder to come by. All the extra weapon slots. I kind of want that, but I also don't. I'm sure that doesn't make much sense. But then, looks like part of the cabin section with Luis, because you can see him here, you're fighting one of those enemies. Don't know who this guy is. It's a little weird giant hammer wearing a goat mask, cargo pants, a weird vest. Guy looks a little different than most of the Granadas we've seen. We've already seen a couple details on the map, and then right here you can see the knives in the bottom right corner here. Then you have the full knife. We knew that there should be disposable knives. There's a couple videos talking about that. I believe these ones you will not be able to repair, only your bayonet type knife. And then when I was talking about the scopes, notice how it's not by default attached. You buy a scope and then attach it. So I really do personally hope we can have the sniper without the scope. I just think that'd be really cool to have a really good bolt action rifle that we can just kind of have for even a third person view. I'm not a big fan of first person, so it could make it so that the sniper rifle could be used at a bit more of a closer range. It is a very powerful weapon. I do like that they kept it the 1x9 squares that it'll take up. I know everyone here is probably a little annoyed of the management that these aren't tucked up or layered. I did notice that hand grenades are now going to be 1x1s, while flashbangs will be 2x2, or 1x2, not 2x2. And I just think that's actually going to be quite helpful. Before, all hand grenades were the exact same. We don't see any incendiary grenades here. I do think it's a little funny that the ammo boxes are different sizes. In real life, shotgun shells box is a bit taller. They're not much wider. Sniper rounds 15 seems a little low, but what can I say? But like I said, the fact that we're going to be able to remove that scope, because if you remember when we had the thermal scope, we had to attach it to our gun. It wasn't just there by default. So I do think that that's going to be really cool that we can have all of our rifles without scopes. It's not something we've seen before in a... Okay, I wonder just notice that the handgun is saying 14 plus 1. So it's going to be 15 in the mag, or 14 in the mag, 1 in the chamber. Which I can't remember if the Resident Evil 2 did that or not. I could have sworn if you reloaded it was just 24 because Matilda held 12 and the extended mag gave you another plus 12. I wonder if that's going to be the same for the shotgun, like 7, 6 in the tube, 1 in the chamber. TMP should say 51 unless the mag holds 49, which that'd just be a little odd. That's, sorry, just something I'm thinking on when you see it. Looks like 14 is greened, so the fact that that would show green would be full, right? And then plus 1 with 1 in the chambers, showing us at 15. Magazine there should say 51, just saying. I wonder if they're going to do the same with the shotgun. And there ain't much left here. You have a couple notes here. Looks like they're the side quests that the merchant will give out. Those traders twins, rest in peace. Which is really neat. I know they implemented that in Resident Evil 8. Having that again is really nice. Gives us a way to get more of the spaniels that allow us to buy some of the yellow herbs that you saw in the shop, plus the laser sight. Looks like it's not been done yet. But just a couple of things. My excitement really came from when I saw this. We have extra knives, so you don't have to rely solely on the main combat knife. I'm guessing these could be used for some of those executions and parries. Being able to remove the scope personally makes me happy. I know some of y'all might think that's stupid to have a sniper rifle without a scope, but having it close range could be helpful. That way here we don't always have to rely on a shotgun for a powerhouse up close range. You can see that each ones are labeled. You have the pistol and SMG, the TMP, has 2 lefts, so I'm thinking they're going to keep that into the game. And then grenades are your rights. It's weird that the knife isn't attached. I'm going to assume that it can be equipable because that's something I want. If it's not an equipable item, I think it's a little dumb that you can't like hold it. I personally think it would look better for a knife-only playthrough if you always had your knife in your hand. It just would look cooler. Don't take my word for that. We don't know on that yet. There hasn't been any gameplay footage showing of him just holding the knife, but it could be cool. This is Game Informer's screenshots that they were able to grab. I just thought a couple of these were really neat, like where they kind of show off that, I'm assuming this is the beginning of the cabinet section, where you end up with Luis, big enemy that's going to be inside. We do confirm that we get the Red 9 back, and then Luis helping in the segment here. I just thought that this was really cool. Wanted to do a quick video talking about some of it that I noticed. If y'all saw something different than I didn't, let me know. Comment section would be great. I'm going to make this into a couple of shorts and a long form video. So hopefully I can reach some of you. Maybe I showed you something you didn't know. If I did show you something, no, go ahead, give me a dislike and unfollow. Thanks. Later.